In our recent studies, we have discovered new information on how we learn as adults.
So, what have I learned so far from doing these videos and interacting with you is ultimately the creation of videos, small videos, short videos are very important as it pertains to being focused and industry driven with reference to certain subjects. A lot of these subjects have parallels with reference to other industries, like outside of security or outside of law enforcement. What ultimately, at the end, the similar or same message is being conveyed. The only thing is the receivers have to make a connection with reference to their everyday work environment, their work life, right? So what we have done in this past few months, I've done it with your assistance, is develop training material that was focused specifically on a specific industry or a realm, like for instance, corrections, security. Some stuff was just public safety, and so now, as we're developing more meaningful information as it pertains to specific subjects, we are actually able to kind of clean it up and create material that people would say, okay, this is helpful. This piece of information, I can apply it towards my everyday work life, or it applies towards the industry I work in. I gave you an example of a first aid and CPR training. I believe I use American Heart Association for everything I do. American Heart Association and also the American Red Cross here in the US. But that doesn't say or state that your organization cannot build a first aid program and create videos similar to those industry standards in order to fit or be aligned with your policy of your organization. So, for instance, the the big umbrella organization says you can do A, B, and C, but where you work in your industry at your location, they don't use C. C is not applied because of certain specific strategies or protocols that may, in fact, contradict the standards of what your industry is. So, thank you for listening to my videos and interacting with me, giving me tips. I see some of you guys out there are actually implementing some of this stuff. I'm actually having a lot of fun with Google. Google's like, I don't know what's going on, but Google's starting to do a lot of cool stuff that helps us. These are tools, right? AI is a tool. It shouldn't do all your work for you. It should help you develop work, create creative functions. It shouldn't be something where it's, oh, I type something up and then I just pull it off of AI. I should use AI to help me create a better product, right? So what I'm doing here and what I've learned so far is that for sure creating short videos, a part of your implementation and training of policy and procedure is critical, and that the videos you create are connected directly to your policy, to your organization. So, for instance, I can teach and train on protocols as it applies in a generic fashion or an umbrella of what the standards and laws as it apply to security functions in certain jurisdictions here in the United States. But around the world, there's different laws, there's different expectations, and there's the culture is not the same. Now, I'm going to touch on the diversity of learners. Some of our learners are not able to grasp on what was said as a result of how the information is conveyed, the language barrier. Even if it's in English, words may not mean the same thing. So it is important for instructors, or if you don't have instructors, to create and start developing your people to become instructors, even at a user basic level, in order to create material that is very well connected and it supports what your policy and what your procedures are and what your standards are for your organization. Again, thank you for listening. It's been great. Talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions, feel free.